Wow, he's fast. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Today we're going to take a look at a guy who, in his playing days, had one of the coolest looks, the most intimidating looks I've ever seen in an athlete. It looks like something that was made in Hollywood for a movie about a villain or something. I've only seen him very little in compilation videos I've done before on rugby, and I've never really seen him like in action, but I've seen him stare down people, and it's just it's a great vibe he's got going. His name is Sébastien Chabal, and if you follow rugby, I'm sure you're very familiar with him. He's from France, and this video is titled "Everybody Was Afraid of Him. Sébastien Chabal is an aggressive freak of nature," from a YouTube channel called Die Hard Rugby. That's a pretty descriptive title. So let's take a look. We'll see about Sébastien Chabal. If you like Sébastien Chabal, or you like this video, or you like any of the videos on my channel, please subscribe. That would be very appreciated. And like and comment. I read all the comments, and I appreciate you taking the time to write. So without further delay, Sébastien Chabal. See, this is what I've seen before. God, they're just aggressive tackles, but clean, I think, clean tackles. You know, that's aggressive to go, you know, to just dive in front of a guy kicking. That's doesn't get much more fearless than that. Just bouncing on people. Wow, he's fast. That's so great. That is so great. I'll tell you why I think it's so great. He's not as big as I thought he was. He's not like towering above people like I sort of got the impression of from what I've seen before. But he's these clips, they started out with him tackling, which kind of I thought was his main thing, and then these last few have been running, and that last one with the ball, he was fast. He looked, I mean, I'll tell you, the great thing about rugby that I've come to appreciate versus American football is they stay on the field, they attack and they defend. You know, ordinarily, if he was an American football player, he'd most likely be on defense, and his highlights would be tackles, all tackles, just like the first ones on this video. But he's a rugby player, or he was a rugby player, so his highlights are both. They stay on the field, they do both. And I didn't expect him to run so quickly and so well, because I thought he was, I kind of thought he was bigger, but he's like very athletic, I mean, obviously. But anyway, like I said, rugby's great because they don't leave the field. They don't substitute into defense or an offense. They stay on and they do both. He looks, wow. Wow. He just, oh man. Just kept the legs moving and wasn't going to get stopped. And then back to this. Man. It's just a collision.
passe. Il reste debout, Chabal. Ouais,
Well,
il reste
I mean,
debout.
he's
Énorme. Énorme, Sébastien Chabal.
he's very athletic. You know, I mean, it's equally spaced between him making tackles and him making great runs with the ball. You know, he was from France, and I think we played a lot of matches for France, but I'm assuming he also played professional rugby in England. Maybe I don't really know how that part of the game works. I know there's a lot of country versus country, but there are professional leagues, and I assume he played in that also. You know, just to see a guy do both so well, you know, all these guys do both, which is great. You know, if you're, I can see why rugby fans look at American football sometimes with sort of, you know, kind of harshly. But I notice they do it a lot about the helmets. You know, rugby players don't wear helmets or pads, and they look down on the NFL because they do. But to me, the fact that they stay on the field is the more impressive part. You know, it's amazing they play, you know, shorts and a t-shirt basically, but the fact that they stay on and play both ways is what's really impressive to me. They're all great tackles. I mean, just like they look, from what I know, they look to be just textbook tackles. The ones they've shown at least. He's quick. Like I said, he's much more agile than I would have guessed from what I saw earlier, which was just kind of his base. Yeah, he came flying in. Early days, I would guess.
Encore avec Jack. Avec Chabal maintenant. Chabal qui progresse, qui a renversé.
Oh man, that one before was he got like, I don't know, 5 meters just pushing people out of the way. That's cool. You know, that's very cool. He has a very intimidating look, and it looks like his play can back it up. You know, I'm not sure if he's remembered as one of the great rugby players of the last 30, 40 years, or if he's remembered as more for his intimidating vibe. But it's fun to watch. I'll tell you, if you're a rugby fan, you've probably already heard this news, but it's kind of not kind of. It's very, very sad to hear. I read it earlier this year, 2025. He's retired and 47 years old now, I believe, as I make this, and apparently he does not remember a single moment from his playing days, playing rugby. He doesn't remember a single moment. I think he read that he finds it hard to believe that he ever even played because he doesn't remember any of it, you know, due to, I guess the speculation would be multiple concussions and the damage done. I mean, this kind of sport takes a toll, that's for sure. I don't know what the studies have been. I mean, obviously, his case currently is extreme. You know, his condition is extreme, but you know, it's a tough game. But it's a very sad thing to consider that he doesn't remember a thing of his playing days. It's a big price you pay playing sports like these. But he was impressive in this video. Like I said, attacking, defending is just not something you see in American football. Sébastien Chabal. If you like the video, please subscribe. We'll be taking a look at more individual rugby players in the future. And comment, like, I appreciate it very much. And I'll talk to you later.